Well, greetings, YouTube. Graybeard Gamer here, and I'm sitting in the parking lot while my wife attends her dental appointment, and this gives me an opportunity to check in with you guys, and also I want to discuss the subject of camping and what it means to me, and maybe even people in my age bracket. Now, as you know, as you probably know, I'm 60 years old. I'm a former Army paratrooper, retired LAPD, firearms instructor, blah, blah, blah. Not meant to impress you, but this is to explain to you why I think we see things different. When I say we, I mean younger generation versus old guys like me that are trying to figure out this whole gaming thing. By the way, I'm just loving it. So I think, first of all, when we talk about camping, we have to look at the different reasons I think people played various games. And I'm going to stick with Call of Duty right now, but this probably applies to any of the first-person shooters. Well, let's look at, for example, Warzone. In Plunder, when I play Plunder, I am not concerned with acquiring gold and winning the game in terms of having the highest number of money that was collected. To me, I want to see how many kills I can get. And often, and this is going to be really hard for younger people to understand, I'm sure for the most part, oftentimes I may end up with 3 kills in a game, which is horrendous by almost any other person's standards. But to me, if they're real quality kills, that is the excitement that I get out of it. And remember, we're older and things are different, and I'll get into that in a second. These aren't excuses; these are meant to give some understanding to people who wonder why we do things the way we do. So I'm really good with hitting people with the RPGs while I'm free falling. Okay, so I can kill just about anybody I see with a fucking rocket when I'm free falling it. And those kills to me are awesome. If I can get a double kill with a rocket, to me that is worth the whole game. If I only got those 2 kills, it's perfect. One of my favorite things to do is to shoot down the helicopter. And if there's more than one person in there, I get a team wipe doing it, and I'm hitting it with an RPG as I'm coming in, as I'm free falling. So I'm up in the air. That to me is fantastic. That, or the second thing would be to hit a vehicle and destroy it and kill the person driving it. If there's more than one person in the vehicle, that's just like gold to me. The other thing is I'll end up, a lot of times I'll just play the game Plunder by just trying to control the control tower, at the airport. There's nothing better, and I notice a lot of people are really catching on to this, but there is no better feeling than as you're free falling in to use an RPG and kill multiple people with one shot on the roof of that control tower. That's glorious to me. And so, even though I may come in 7th place, it to me, that's a win. So it's really a personal thing. Now, when we're doing other games, let's say we're playing Cold War, and I'm camping, that really, you get a lot of funny comments from people who just can't stand campers. But the way we look at it, the way I look, I'll speak for myself, is you got to remember, first of all, at this age, I just don't have the dexterity and the speed, the physical speed, where my brain is connected as fast as yours is. If you're in your 20s or younger, or you're in your 30s or younger, your brain messages that is going between your brain and your thumbs, it's happening a lot quicker than it is with somebody my age. I can even tell the way I speak. It's not the way I used to speak when I was younger, because age takes a toll. That, and in my particular case, I've had over 40 surgeries with, that anesthesia. It fucks with you. And, each time you get put to sleep, that can screw with your memory, and it can screw with just a lot of things. So for you guys, the goal is to get the highest number of kills. I have a son who gets mad at himself if he gets less than 100 kills. It's unbelievable. The guy's awesome. All of my sons I have 3 of them. All of them are really good I have four. What the fuck? Sorry, I have four. I got 7 kids. I got 4 sons, and they are all super good. There's 2 that are phenomenal, and like I said, getting 100 kills a game is pretty wild, I think. But when you watch him, he's got all of his settings set to like absolute hyper speed, all of his movements, and I can't handle that. That would send me into a stroke. It's just too much stress for me. But he sits there and he'll move around at light speed, and every time he's moving, he's killing. And to me, I call it running around like a murder monkey. And I get it. If you're trying to get high kill rate, that's how you do it. But I can't separate myself from the shit that I've learned in my life in terms of tactics and using cover and concealment. And there is a big difference. Obviously concealment is hiding in the bushes. Cover would be behind something that would stop a bullet. And for me, running around and exposing yourself goes against everything that I've ever done in my life. It's to me, if you did that on the real battlefield, you wouldn't last very long. If you ran around trying to get kills like people do in Call of Duty. But if you're slow and methodical and you take your time and you develop a plan and instead of just running from here to point A to point B, if you're like, hey, I'm going to run, I'm going to leapfrog to this canyon over here, and then my partner can cover me, and then I'll cover him as he goes over to the building, and then we'll take that building, and then we'll set up a defensive perimeter. That's the way we think. I know it drives young people nuts, but that's how I think. And so for me, it's about getting good kills and staying alive. That is why I hate to use the word camping, because to me it's just good tactics, is to use cover and concealment and not run around. For example, if I'm in this parking lot with 10 guys and we're all trying to kill each other, if we're running in circles shooting at each other, that's a fucking nightmare, man. I mean, tactically. I would take cover behind one of these pillars that you can't see and just, methodically take each person out, starting with the biggest threat. If somebody had a big machine gun, I would take them out first. And, unless somebody was moving in closer. Whoever is the biggest threat is who I would put down first, and then I would go from there. So, yeah, that's my take on camping. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I mean, I'm an older guy. I'm very honest and open. If you have a subject that you want me to speak on, let me know, and I'd be happy to do a video on it. In the meantime, you guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Graybeard Gamer, I'm out.